Hey folks, sorry about my video spurt slowing down. I've been so busy, I've been so crazy. And my computer desk here, there's just nowhere to put anything. And, well, the rest of my room, this camera's not extremely wide angle, so kind of really hard to get it all in. I got so much junk in such a small room to put it in. I got a pile of laundry on the floor here. I usually let it pile up until I have enough for a load, because the cat likes to lay in it. Every cat I've had like my dirty laundry for some reason. So I'm going to be making some changes. I got my, see if I can back up and up here. I got my shelving units that I'm finally putting in. It's kind of stacked stuff up higher. I have 2 of the small ones and 2 of the big ones. And what I'd hoped to do is all my shirts here are just kind of hanging out on the top shelf. I don't have a closet or anything in here, so I have nowhere to really put anything, hang them from. So what I wanted to do was the 2 big ones I wanted to put along this wall and just kind of run a bar or something across the top and use that for hanging shirts. Unfortunately, my room isn't wide enough to do that, so that kind of killed that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get rid of my computer desk, and I'm going to use one of these shelves to put all this stuff on and just kind of organize. And the main reason I'm doing this is because after 2 years of using a camp chair, sitting at the computer, my body is just saying no more. What I was doing in Hanover was I'd sit at the end of my bed, and my bed was my computer chair, and when my back started hurting, I'd just lay back, and a lot of times I'd fall asleep like that. Well, Zach's got a new bed now, so he offered me his, and that's the headboard and one of the rails. I just kind of brought him in to just kind of check to see what fits and see what I can do. Problem with doing that is the bed's going to come out, like right now I just got my mattress on the floor, and I don't know if you can see that, it comes right up to my computer desk, so the bed's going to be longer, and well, it's not going to work, so I never bothered with it. But the computer desk is kind of deep. I don't know how well you can see it, and it's away from the wall a little bit because there's cords behind it and that. So if I get rid of the computer desk and put one of those shelves in there, that'll give me a whole bunch more room. All I need is extra room for my feet, my legs, whatever. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do that. The big wooden rack, I don't know if you saw that in one of my earlier videos in here, but these shelves have kind of replaced that. It's out in the hallway there now. Stuff wanted out there. So I went downstairs to look at the headboard, and it'll come out to right about, you can see here, right about here. So all this stuff has to get moved over, which is not going to be a problem. What is going to be a problem is this headboard is exactly the same as the footboard. So when I get to the end of the bed here, I'm not going to be able to sit on the end of the bed. So I had to do more thinking. I did come up with an idea. I'll still put the bed here in the same place, and I'll move the shelf that's got the computer stuff on it over here beside the bed, and I'll put the dresser behind it, so the back of the shelves are covered, it's kind of blocked. And then I'll figure out what to do in the corner there with the other shelves. So that's a bit of a solution. Problem is, if I do it that way, I'm not going to be able to sit beside the window anymore like I like to do. So I guess I'll have to sacrifice that. But there's just so much in here, and you're only seeing the surface here. And around to the back here, it's all boxes back in there. And there's a hole in the bottom where the cat can go through. He's got his little cave in there. Let's see if I can, you can kind of see he goes through and then up onto a box, and it's all open in there. So he's got the whole, pretty much the whole top of one of the boxes to lay on and stretch out. And that's his safe place. That's where he goes to hide. Oops, when he gets afraid of everything, which is often. But this is going to be so much work. In order to move this stuff around, I have to take stuff out of the room and kind of organize things as I bring it back in. That's how I normally clean my room. I just kind of move stuff around and take stuff out, put stuff back in different places. Hey Moki, smile for the camera. So I've been like super busy trying to get things organized in here, and super busy on the computer. I just haven't had a chance to really work on any videos. I don't have a whole lot of new video coming in right now. I do have a little bit, which I'll show after this, but not a whole lot. I still catch up on last year's videos, but that's taken a lot of work because I gotta look through the videos that I've got and just kind of scan through everything and see what I got. And I'm having another problem here. Put the infrared back on. Hopefully you can see alright. Oh, this is my current keyboard. I don't know if you can tell or not, but a lot of the letters are worn off. And when I sit here at night, all I have is this one light here. It's a 7-watt Christmas light bulb or a night light. I'm not sure what I've got in there right now. So that's all the light that I need. Unfortunately, when I sit here, keyboard's on my lap and it's below the desk level, so the light doesn't shine on it, and I really can't see anything. So I wanted to get a lighted keyboard. So I found one on Amazon, and I got it. It's really nice. It's got large type, so I can read it really nicely no matter what glasses I've got on. It's bright white. It works beautifully. But it's flawed. The enter key sticks down, and every once in a while the spacebar sticks down. So I gotta send this back. I got it all ready to be all packed up to go. So this is going back. And meanwhile, I went to Walmart with Zach yesterday and got me another keyboard, gaming keyboard. I'm not crazy about it, but it's quite large, but it's lighted. And I figured, okay, that's going to solve the problem. Unfortunately, the S key sticks down, so I got to take this back and return it. I can't win. It's just, keyboards are just not working for me right now, so I'm back to my old one, using it until, you know, I find something that actually works. So yeah, one thing I do miss is the volume keys on here, dedicated volume buttons, volume up, volume down, and mute. This one does not have them. No volume control whatsoever, so I did kind of miss that. This does have it. Which ones are they here? Oh, on the function buttons. F2 is volume down. F3 is volume up and F4 is mute. To hold the function button down and press one of those, the mute button works. The volume up and down do not work on this keyboard. So it's got problems too. So I gotta, next time we go to Hanover, I'm not sure when that's gonna be, then I gotta exchange it and try again. And before I leave the store, I'm gonna open it up and make sure all the keys work. And press each one and make sure it pops back up. So I'm just kind of stuck with this for now. My old keyboard. I've had this for quite a while. When my last one failed on me, I bought this one at Walmart. I think it was like $15 or something. But it's been good. It works. I do have a couple sticky keys. The enter key and the 0 key. Sometimes they'll go to push and they'll just stick, and then they'll just let go and snap, and then they'll go down. But that's fine. I don't mind that. It's when they stick down that's a problem. Because then things start repeating in the computer, and that's not a good thing. So I would rather have to push a key twice to get it to work than, you know, have it constantly repeat and not stop. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're trying to work all this stuff out. And right now I've got a lot of boxes on the bottom of the first shelf here, and kind of worked my way up. There is some heavy stuff on here. I got my cameras up top. I'm not really heavy up there or anything, but I have an earthquake app. You can set whatever distance you want to monitor. I've got it set at 1,000 miles, so anytime we have an earthquake within 1,000 miles of us, I get a notification. And there's actually quite a bit around us. I tend to get a notice every day, and sometimes several times in one day I'll get a notice. They're not very big. They're usually 1.0, 1.5, but the last week they've been getting closer and stronger. It's like minimum 2.0s now. So when I do put these shelves in their permanent locations, I gotta try to make sure all the heavy stuff's at the bottom. You know, my disc spools here, you know, I mean, I'm stacked up like that, you know, possibility that could be a problem. Especially if I have it over here beside my bed. I don't want anything falling on me. Hey, Mookie. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Come on, you meow when I don't want you to meow. Say hi to the camera. Everybody's watching you. You're embarrassing yourself. Actually, I guess I'm embarrassing you. That's okay. Go to sleep. Go back to sleep. So, I guess that's my project right now. I've been delaying doing this because, you know, in order to really get this job done, I have to take all my computer stuff apart and just kind of unplug everything, move it, and then plug everything back in one piece at a time. So that's kind of what's been stopping me from doing it. And I got my external hard drives. I got that one. Got a bunch of them here and a couple more down there. I don't know if you can see them or not. And I got one here that's kind of connected. I just kind of turn it on as I need it. So I got those. I got one here from my old laptop hard drive, one in the back there. I got 3 more here. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not. Behind the cooling fan here. I don't know if you can see them, but I got like 6 more back in there. Little SSDs. So I gotta unplug everything and put everything back in. So the nice thing about my new computer, it's now USB 3, so it's a lot faster transfer time. And I've got a USB, a computerized USB hub, and it's the USB 3, and I've got as many of my hard drives plugged into it as I can. There's only 10 on it. Somewhere I do have another one that I'll be using. I haven't bothered hooking that up yet. I have another external I haven't hooked up yet. Here it is. Give you a better look at it. That's what it looks like. It's got a power button, you just turn it on, turn it off. And it's got an LED for each of the ports. So when my hard drives go to sleep, these lights will actually go out. And if I access the recycle bin, then they all just sort of kind of start coming on one at a time. I like my little toaster here. I call it a toaster because that's what it looks like. This is also a USB hub. Well, you can see it there. So basically what this is, it's a duplicator, a cloner, but you can access with the computer. So I will take a laptop hard drive, which is really small. It'll fit down in the slot. And if I want to take one of my full-size drives, then they'll slip down just like that. And then that'll be connected to the computer. And I can access it because this little flap on the top opens up. So you can use the two different size hard drives. I thought that was so cool. So that itself is going to solve a whole lot of problems for me. And I can remove and replace whichever hard drive I want in there. So that will that'll keep me from having to hook up another one. I do have another case. I don't have the connector cord that goes with it. I don't know what it is. It looks like a printer cable connection, but it's slightly different. I don't know what that's called, so I don't know what it is. So I don't know what to look for in order to buy one. But this one's IDE. It's not SATA like most of my stuff is. This is an IDE here, so I can just unplug and plug in a different one there. There's just so much to do. And like I say, I've got so little room in here. Everything just, as you can see, just kind of piles up and piles up. And I just don't have anywhere to put anything. So I bought these shelves and I've just never really put them in. But I need to do that now. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Hey, Mookie. He's camera shy. I don't know why, but when he sees the camera pointed at him, he's just kind of weird. But I get that, because I have been too. The other issue I'm going to have with Zach's bed is it's been in the basement. It's moldy. There is a little bit of mold on here. I can't really see it. So I gotta clean these up. But the actual bed frame, or the square frame, and then there's particle board that goes over top, and it's just totally mold right now. It kind of bothers me a little bit because I am allergic to mold. I am very allergic to mold, so it's going to be making me sick likely the first little while. As long as I don't smell it, I should be okay. Not using his mattress, it can stay down there. I'm going to bring the box spring up, but I'm just going to put my own mattress on top of it. Just use it. So, I guess we're going to see what happens. When I was in Hanover, our basement was always flooding there. And I don't know where they are. I guess sort of kind of right here. Oh, twisting my wrist too much, that hurts. I do have some binders in there. Hey, monkeys. And I had some binders that were down in the basement there, and they got moldy. And I opened up one day to look what they were. I think I was cleaning up or something. And I went to look to see what was in them, and the pages were all moldy, and they just instantly started stinging my eyes. So I couldn't. I had to throw them out. I just couldn't deal with them. Monkeys. So, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Did you come to say hi to the camera? I can turn the infrared on. Yeah, you see you better. All that white on you makes you more visible. He's such a sweet cat. He's really, really annoying at times. When I go to bed at night, he gets a can of wet cat food, and he just kind of works on that throughout the day. And when I get up, I give him his dry cat food treat. It's usually Temptations or Party Mix. And when it gets close to that time, he starts getting really buggy. He starts getting demanding. I want it now, and he meows and he meows. Drives me insane. So I got his wet food stored over here. And the dry treats are right there. That's all on top of his regular food. And his dry food. So his regular diet. See, I'm over here and he's hearing that T word. So he's gonna start meowing. Aren't ya? Well, he's a sweetheart. He loves his tummy rubs. And we go to bed. And he gets his body massage, which he absolutely loves. And I lay down. And when I'm ready to go to sleep, you know, it's kind of put my hand over to him and he'll lay on my hand or wrap himself around it or something. And he's kind of cool. So, I guess that's it. Once all this is done and organized, I will show you what it looks like. And hopefully the litter box will be clean next time. Once that happens. But this is probably going to take the whole day. I am going to go out tomorrow. I'm not sure the weather's going to be really, really bad tomorrow. You can't really see it. The snow squalls are starting up right now. And we're getting lots of snow squalls called for tonight. And it's supposed to be really bad tomorrow. So it's going to be like a 2-day event apparently. I get plastic. He has this thing for plastic. I don't know what it is. So anytime I empty out a package or start a new package, those are cereal box bags. He absolutely loves those. So I got my cereal over here. So when I open when I finish one box, I open the next one. And I take the cereal out of the bag and just dump it straight into the box, and I give him the bag. He claims it. I'll set it on the bed here and he'll lay on it for a while. And until I go to bed, then I'll just kind of stick it down there. He spends a lot of time down there. At the base of the window, between the mattress and the wall, on top of his plastic. And the water bottle plastics, he doesn't seem as interested as he used to be. But he likes those. He'll play with them for a while. He'll lick them. He'll rub on them. He'll roll on them, and eventually he'll flatten them out and he'll lay on them. So he gets those as well. And what I do is when I put a new one down, I take the bottom one out so the oldest one gets thrown away. So he's always constantly getting fresh plastic. So that's what he likes. So that's what he gets. King of the household, aren't you? You're spoiled. You're spoiled, Smokey. You're spoiled. So, I guess I'll end here. And I will see what I got for video footage.
Quite a margin of water they're displacing, isn't it? Quite a margin of water that they're going to need displacing.